Welcome to Transforming Your Life Through Storytelling. The following story was aired in the show It's a Miracle, and it's one of those stories that amazes you because the chances of something like that happening are staggering, yet powerful. And it goes to show us that what goes around comes around. Enjoy the story. It was 1985. 10-year-old Robert Bain made an unusual discovery on his way to school in Juneau, Alaska. Walking along the trail in a ditch, he noticed what it looked like an envelope that had something in it. Upon inspection, he saw that it contained what it appeared to be a valuable pearl necklace. It seemed strange to find something like this on the side of the road. Robert went straight home to tell his mother, Faye, what he had found. Upon inspection, Faye thought that it looked pretty real, and she was proud that Robert brought it to her attention rather than discarding it or playing with it. "I bet someone is really missing this," she said. They knew that returning the envelope was the right thing to do, so they looked in the phone book for the name that appeared in the envelope. They found a couple of people with the same name. When Faye found the first one, she asked her if she was missing something. Immediately, the woman on the other end said that yes, indeed, she was missing a pearl necklace. Faye conveyed that her son Robert had found it on the side of the road. She was very grateful and told her that she would be right over to pick up the envelope. When the owner arrived at the Baines' home, she was so grateful at the boy's honest action. And to show her gratitude, she gave young Robert a $50 bill. He was ecstatic because he had never seen so much money belong to him. He was surprised that he received an award and was happy that he could return the jewelry to its rightful owner. Faye has always believed that you get what you give. And it was something that she always tried to teach her children. So this had been a great opportunity and example for young Robert to see that when you do good, good eventually returns to you. 15 years later, Faye's prophecy will come true. When she was at work, she put her purse in the back room, but because it was a hot day, she left the door open. While working, she heard a noise at the front of the store. She went to check, but when she returned, her purse was gone. Faye was worried because in the purse she had the keys to her car, her home, her credit cards, her checkbooks. And whoever took it now knew where she lived and how to get in. Faye went outside, hoping that the thief took the cash and had thrown the purse away. But she looked everywhere, including the garbage bins, but she couldn't find it. So she pretty much gave up on the idea of ever, finding it. So she returned to her desk to call the police and report her purse stolen. A week later, an 11-year-old boy playing in the woods with a friend came upon the discovery of a handbag. He immediately ran home to show his mother what he had found. When the boy brought the purse to his mother, upon inspection, she found an ID, and not recognizing the name, she proceeded to call the number. When on the phone with Faye, she introduced herself and told her that her name was Janet and that her 11-year-old son had found her purse with her ID while playing in the woods. Faye asked the woman to see if her credit cards had been taken, to which the woman responded that yes, indeed they were, but that the keys were still inside. On the phone, Faye thanked the woman and told her that she will be right over to pick it up. "I would like to give your son a reward," she said, to which Janet said no reward is necessary. "Oh, but it is necessary," Faye insisted. "You see, 15 years ago, when my son Robert was the same age as your son, he found some jewelry, And the woman on the other end of the phone interrupted Fate and said, "Let me guess, the envelope contained a pearl necklace, right?" Fate was in shock, but answered that yes, indeed. In a crazy twist of events, the envelope that young Robert had found 15 years ago belonged to the woman on the phone. Both women were silent, both stunned, how something like that could have come full circle. The woman on the phone could not believe what was happening. Faye's son had found her jewelry 15 years ago and returned it to her. And now her other son had found the purse for the same family, who were kind enough to have returned her precious necklace. Both women were pleased that a good deed had returned full circle. And Janet was even more pleased that now her son could repay in the same way the gesture of many years ago. Fate Bain and Janet Long met again, and Fate explained to Janet's son, "Your mother many years ago gave my son a reward for doing the right thing. I now like to give you a reward for your honesty." And she proceeded to give the boy a crisp $50 bill. And in this way, a deed had come full circle again. A coincidence that a good deed would be returned 15 years later by the same family? The chances of that are astronomical. But it reinforces the belief that what goes around comes around. The good you do will always return to you in some form. In the case of the story, it returned in what can only be explained as a miracle. If you like the story, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode with more stories that will astonish you.